Good morning, students. Today's class we will see about the evaluation and assessment as the part of nursing education. So the section is divided into three parts. It's the part one. So evaluation is a part of life. In our life, we need to make evaluation frequently, like which dress you want to wear in marriage, what you want to give gift to your friend. In educational scenario, the evaluation have important role in judging student progress to know up to what extent the student have achieved the desired set goal. Evaluation is such an essential part of teaching and learning. Evaluation in education is the process of judging the effectiveness of educational experience through the careful appraisal or involves measurement, but it is different from it. Measurement is an appraisal in terms of fixed standards, whereas evaluation implies the use of relative flexible standards. Education evaluation is made in relation to objectives that have been determined previously by the faculty, individual teacher, and the student. The word assess comes from the Latin verb adhere, meaning to sit with. The assessment can focus on individual learner, the learning community, that is class, workshop, or other organized group of learners in the institutions of the educational system. Definitions of evaluation is the process of making judgment that to be used as the basis of planning. It consists of establishing goals, collecting evidence concerning growth or lack of growth towards goals, making judgment about evidence and revising procedures and goals in the light of the judgment by wise. Another definition by Ralph Taylor, it is the process of determining to what extent the education objectives are being realized. And the definition by Kornbeck, the systematic examination of education and social programs. Assessment, the definition of assessment means assessment is the process of documenting, usually in measurable terms, knowledge, skill, attitudes, and beliefs. Assessment in education is the process of gathering, interpreting, recording, and using information about pupils' responses to an educational task given by Harlan Gibbs Broadfoot. Nature of evaluation. Evaluation in educational context implies broad programs that examines the achievements, attitudes, interests, personality, traits, and skills factors which are taken into consideration. The cognitive, affective, and psychomotor learning outcome is measured in the evaluation process. The evaluation is two-part process. The first part of evaluation is the determination of what is to be evaluated, that is the goal. And second part is the judgment of whether the goals are being achieved. The purpose of evaluation. The overall purpose will be to provide information to enable each student to develop according to his potential within the framework of educational objectives. The Bloom stated the following purpose. The first one, to discover the extent of competence through which the student have developed in initiating, organizing, and improving his or her day-to-day work and to diagnose his or her strength and weakness with a view to further guidance. Second, to appraise the status of the changes in the student's behavior, to assess the student's progress from time to time and disclose the student's need and possibility, to predict the student's future in academic success, to provide basis for modification of curriculum and course, to motivate students for better attainment and growth, to improve instructional and measuring device, to locate areas where remedial measures are needed. Purpose of evaluation in nursing include to determine the level of knowledge and understanding of the students in various times, to determine the level of students' clinical performance at various stages, to diagram each student's strength and weakness, and to suggest remedial measures, to encourage students' learning by measuring their achievement and inform them their success, to help the students to acquire the attitude of the skills in self-evaluation and self-directing in their study, to provide motivation in practicing critical thinking, the application of principle and making the judgment, etc. And to estimate the effectiveness of teaching and learning technique of subject content and instructional media in reaching the goals, to gather the information for administrative purposes, selecting students for higher courses, placement of students for advanced training, etc. The scope of evaluation includes certification, feedback, monitoring the program, safeguarding the public, baseline for guidance and counseling, placement and promotion in the job, development of tools and techniques, and appraise the method of instructions. Characteristic of evaluation: it is a continuous process. It includes academic and non-academic subject procedures for improving the product, discovers the needs of an individual student and to design learning experience that will solve their needs, correlation between the educational system and the system of evaluation, the complex process which needs scientific techniques and tools. The principles of evaluation include: evaluation is the process of determining the extent to which educational objectives are achieved by the pupil. It should not be viewed as merely a collection of techniques for obtaining information about pupils' behavior. Evaluation is most effective when based on the sound operational principles. The following principles are the, so we can see the principles one by one. The first one is determine and classifying what is to be evaluated always have priority in evaluation process. The objective must be clearly stated before evaluation is made. Technique should be selected in terms of purpose to be served. Comprehensive evaluation requires a variety of evaluation techniques. No single evaluation technique is adequate to evaluate various outcomes. Proper use of evaluation techniques require an awareness to their limitations as well as their strengths. Evaluation is the means to an end and not as an end itself. Evaluation procedures must contribute to improving the decision of instructions, guidance, and administrative nature. Adequacy of experience should be made in terms of excellence of performance and quality of experience. Record for practice should be reflect the objectives of practice and give evidence to the extent of achievement of these objectives. The type of evaluation: there are two mainly type of evaluation that based on time it can be divided into summative and formative. Based on manner in which one interpret the result of the learner's performance, we can divide it into criterion reference and norm reference evaluation. Based on time, this classification was based on the frequency of conducting evaluation. M. Skirvin in 1967 coined the term of summative and formative evaluation. Summative evaluation is commonly known as the type of evaluation. It comes at the end of the term, course, program of teaching. Formative evaluation is ongoing, continuous evaluation. So summative evaluation, the definitions: it describes the judgment about the merits of already completed program, procedure, or product. It is conducted at the end of the instructional segment to determine if the learning is sufficient or complete, then move the learner to the next segment of instruction. It is done at the conclusion of instruction measures and the extent to which the student have attained the desired outcome. The summative evaluation is done at the end of the program, instruction, or the term or the semester. Annual examination, half-yearly examination in the school, public examination are the examples of such evaluation. It is also called external assessment. It is used to assign the grade for students' achievement, which can be used to for the promotion to the next grade and judgment of high and low performers within a certain group for a passing or failing in an examination. It is a vertical dimension, seeing whether the student have achieved educational objective and how much he has achieved. It helps to grade, rank, select the students, and also help in curriculum evaluation. The purpose of the summative evaluation is for certification and determines the student mastery on learning outcomes based on the objectives. Summative evaluation: how the students have achieved, evaluate the effectiveness of instructions, they provide additional individual remediation and assign grades and certify the mastery. Formative evaluation is concerned the judgment made during the design or development of a program which is directed towards modifying, forming, and or otherwise improving the programs before it is completed. Formative evaluation is an ongoing, continuous evaluation conducted during the learning process in order to improve the teaching learning process and students' learning outcome. By this evaluation, teachers can modify the teaching learning method and the students can improve their learning by counseling to modify their learning styles. In order to be effective, formative assessment should be conducted more frequently and must cover small content area with different difficulty level and give immediately feedback to the students. Formative evaluation for monitoring the learning process. Are the students achieving the intended outcome? If it is no, then remediation to the individual group, then diagnostic testing. If it is yes, feedback to reinforce the learning. So the difference between formative and summative evaluation in the form of purpose, content focus, methods, and frequency. Based on manner in which one interprets the result of learner performance, there are two types of evaluation, that is criterion reference and norm reference evaluation. Criterion reference evaluation is determines whether each student have achieved specific skill or concept. In this, each individual is compared with a present standard for an acceptable achievement. The performance of other students is irrelevant. For example, assessing the student's skill to administer IM injection based on a checklist. Norm reference evaluation. In this assessment, a test scores are compared with a person performance similar to others with a similar educational background. This can be used preliminary tool before making the actual evaluation tool. In this, instead of looking at actual score of a student, we see how well they did in relation to others. Criteria for selection assessment techniques and methods. The techniques or the methods or the tools used for evaluation are the means for collecting evidence about students' development in a desired direction. There are some criteria one should follow while preparing the tools for assessment. They are the validity, reliability, objectivity, practicability, relevance, specificity, and others. First one is validity. It means the extent to which the test measures what it is intended to measure. It is an important criterion to meet. The types are face validity, content validity, construct validity, and criterion related validity. Second is reliability. It measures the consistency and precision with which the test is supposed to test. The test retest method, split half method. Objectivity. It describes the degree of consensus with which two or more evaluators score the same test. It eliminates fixed opinion or judgment of a person who scores it. Practicability or feasibility. It depends upon various factors which such as ease of administrability, scoring and interpretation, also the economy of resources like money or time. Next is the relevance. It is appropriateness for the assessment tool to evaluate what actually to be evaluated. Specificity. The term in the test must be specific to the objective. Others include discrimination, efficiency, precise and clear, comprehensiveness, and the length of the evaluation. The steps of evaluation. It defines the education objective, provide teaching learning experience, determine the domains to be tested, develop and select appropriate measuring instrument, obtain reliability, validity, objectivity, administer the test, score the test and analyze, interpret the result, formulate decisions and judgment and take appropriate action. So I remind myself every morning, nothing I say this day will teach me anything. So if I am going to learn, I must do it by listening, by Larry King. Thank you. Thank you for listening. The next part will be posted.